Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and as always, I'm here with my cohort, I guess, Jim.
Mike.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Good.
So this is, we're still down in the Des Moines, Iowa area.
Yes.
And the brewery we are now at is kind of the one we've been waiting to go to.
Chomping at the bit to go, but we waited till the very end.
Till the very end of this section, because all the beers we have 8 beers, and they're all barrel aged.
Yes.
Now, a few of them, it's kind of interesting because they're a lower ABV, but they were aged in barrels.
Yes.
So it should be interesting to see how those are.
Right.
The ABV on these 8 range from 5.3 to 14%.
Yes. And we have more than one 14.
We have a couple of 14%ers, and then a 13.5 and 10 or 11.
So of these 8, 5 are double digit.
So not only are Jim and I doing our own work, but we're having to do Toby's work, BK's work. It's going to be tough, dude.
Yes. We're going to have to carry some heavy
But
packs.
as usual, we are there to do it.
We're going to give it our best shot. I mean, this is going to test us, I think.
I think so. This is a really cool place. I mean, the outside of it, when we pulled it, it was like, okay, it looks like
Just a regular
building.
concrete block.
Concrete block building, or brick, whatever you want to call it. And when you walked in, the brewing area is big.
Massive.
I couldn't believe the size of the brewing area. And then the tap room is really cool. They had, what'd you say?
34.
34 beers on tap.
Right, and all their own.
All their own.
Plus
and
they bottled some. They got some canned off the side you could buy to go.
Yeah.
And it's like a steady stream of people that are either getting a little glass to drink, or they're getting some to go, or it's nothing. It's really impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
The size of it is huge.
It is really crazy. Like I said, we've never had a beer from here before. When Jim did some research for what was in the area, we found this one because we saw they had a pretty big list of barrel-aged beers, and that's what really caught our eye.
Right, we didn't know what it was going to be like when we got it.
No, not at all.
But they seem like they've got how long they've been around?
It said they've been in this location since 2012.
Okay.
And it looked like the founder, I think, must have started doing some home brewing or kind of things like that since like 91.
Oh, okay.
So he's been doing it for a while.
Right, so he's got his craft honed pretty good.
Hopefully. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
All right.
But then it said he was into construction management.
Okay.
And then in 2012, he got rid of that, quit doing that, he had an investor. They opened this location. So this should be really interesting. So Confluence Brewing, established 2012.
So I think we're going to get tested today.
It could be. You never know. So we might as well just jump into it.
All right. What are we?
So the first one that we're going to have is the 5.3%. So this is the lowest ABV one we have.
All right.
It almost looks like apple pie.
Yes,
the drink. You know what I mean?
It's not clear, but it's you can't see through it.
Yep. And this is Brunches of Barrels, barrel-aged blonde ale with lactose and strawberries.
Okay.
And it's 5.3%. And what?
they've got a huge
Okay.
Like this write-up is more than what some of those other breweries do, and they're all their beers they have together.
Yeah.
So it's just some of the highlights. I won't read it all.
Yep.
I thought it was cool. It said that they envisioned a beverage that blurred the line between beer and champagne.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think the other part that this was aged in Australian sparkling wine barrels.
Really?
I don't think we've had anything.
I can safely say we've never had anything in Australian sparkling wine barrels.
And it says the barrels, Brunches of Barrels, the barrel itself proves notes of oak and vanilla alongside the peach, grapefruit, and melon notes of the Chardonnay grapes.
Okay. So this could be confusing or it could be really good.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of flavors.
Yeah. Well, so that
you don't really associate with
barrel aged. There's the aroma. There's a lot there. Boy, that's interesting.
And this is our lowest one at 5.3%. Oh, wow.
Isn't there
the aroma?
There's a lot to that aroma.
You can smell that Chardonnay barrel.
Yes.
Wow.
It's different, but it's kind of good. You know?
Wow, that's not bad.
It is like very interesting.
Wow. I mean, they did mention a little bit, but you can kind of taste your mouth gets a little drier.
Yes, and that's got to be that Chardonnay.
Yeah, it dries it out a little bit, but I mean, it's not bad.
No.
It doesn't like dry it out like some of the super hoppy ones.
I do kind of get a strawberry finish. I don't know about the lactose, though. I mean, I can't really feel.
Right.
Usually that kind of makes it more of the mouth feel is kind of more of a, I don't know if you want to say silky or, kind of a smoother thing.
Right.
I don't necessarily feel that.
No.
I do get the strawberry, but I think your kind of description of more of that Chardonnay finish on it is definitely
And you can get that
there.
aroma from the beer, too. I mean, that's good.
Just that. I'm just sitting here smelling it because that aroma is just like, wow.
Because you don't usually get that out of a beer.
No.
That's a really good beer.
And like I said, I don't think we've had, this may be the first we've ever had out of a Australian sparkling wine barrel.
Right. Wow.
What will they think of next?
That's good. I bet the ladies probably would have liked this one.
Yeah, we can save some of it. Why don't we do that? We'll save a little bit at the end.
Okay.
And our wives can try it. They were gracious enough to. Oh, wow! Jim just sucked that down, so that's a no. All right.
Next time. It's too good to share.
That was good.
It's too good to share.
I am impressed. I mean, at a 5.3%.
That's our first one.
That's one of those that most people could try.
Yes.
And
for a barrel aged.
Yeah, that was what kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. That it was a barrel aged beer and it was that low, so to speak.
Yes.
For ABV, but the flavor was good. What do you think for? Well, again, we'll remind people we haven't done this for a couple of weeks that our 0 to 5, 2.5 is average. We go by 1/10 of a point.
Yep. So, and what is the number that you're up to now?
Oh boy, I'd have to look. We're roughly right around 4,825, somewhere in that ballpark. Not counting these or the ones that we've done earlier.
We still need some more street cred. So maybe this will help us out.
Yeah, we're getting closer to being like a novice.
Okay,
so
we're almost
a novice status.
We can always get to the adult table.
Right.
Well,
right.
So here's where my problem is going to be. We're having 8. I don't want to paint myself into a corner.
Correct.
But I'm still going to give this a 3.8. I think.
A 3.8. Yep. Nice. Yeah.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing it does give your mouth a little drier taste afterward. From the wine, but it's still very good. Anybody can take that and drink that.
Yep, I agree with you there. I was going to go with 3.5.
Okay.
But for the same reasons, though, it's like, a little bit of a dryness to it. But boy, that was different, and I think it was different in a good way.
Yes.
And lower ABV. You could drink a few of those and not be hammered drunk, which that's good.
Which is nice.
Yes, and these still fall into the barrel age category, so it'll add to our total. So
yes.
We'll be, we're probably pushing 700 barrel aged beers now, but
so we're doing good there.
We're doing good. So yeah, that was really good because I just didn't know what it would be.
Yes. I know what.
So let's see. So the next one, and this one is a little bit darker. This is their Conifer Glinley gin barrel aged Saison with cranberries and spruce tips, and this is a 7.4% ABV.
Wow. All right, so I'm trying to find the little write up here.
Ooh, wow,
because they have so many beers. It's like,
were you able to find it? I think you can search.
Does that? Okay, so you said Conifer.
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 Boy, I can wait till you smell this one, Jim. This is
there it is.
This is wild.
All right. It didn't take long. It didn't take a beautiful mind to figure out cranberry and spruce tip Saison was a perfect match, which is good. They got their hands on a couple of barrels. They made some small batch first. And then, so is this from gin barrels?
Yes.
So, because it says they must have made gin here first.
And they used those barrels?
Rolled that over with their beer.
Huh. Because what's wild is, gin has like a spruce, piney smell. Spruce tips is a piney smell.
Yes.
So it makes total sense. And man, that aroma is amazing. I'm just waiting for you to...
So the landscape of barrel-aged beers can be a labyrinth of complex and heavy flavors that can overwhelm and drag you down.
Okay.
So look to the Conifer Glinley with her clean, bright, and refreshing barrel-aged character to rocket you out of your barrel-aged doldrums with an award-winning performance.
Okay.
Wow, so they get some good write-ups. I mean, they're talking it up.
Before I even taste it, smell that. That smells amazing. I think that is really a cool smell.
Oh, that's spruce tips, isn't it?
That is spruce,
Yeah.
for sure, like a gin,
Yes.
you know.
Like if you were just opened up a gin bottle. And
Wow.
did we say the color?
No,
I
it's
don't know
almost a
What is that?
reddish, kind
Hue?
of a hue to it.
That's,
Wow.
I think,
It tastes very much like it smells.
boy, the smell is like,
This is one of those that is really. I think this. I'm not going to score you, but I'm just going to skip ahead a minute. I think this is one you would almost want to be a little more of an experienced drinker,
Right.
as far as having barrel aged stuff.
Right.
Not that it's a super strong flavor or anything like that, or high ABV, but that definitely is a
one with
piney, ginny type flavor.
but it doesn't linger.
No.
It doesn't burn. It doesn't stay in your
Uh-uh.
mouth. I mean,
Nope.
you get the flavor and then it goes right away.
Man, that is pretty. That is interesting.
And because usually, I start getting the dry heaves when I start doing the pine needles from gin, because it's just like so overpowering.
Yep.
This is not. It has the same aroma, but it really is smooth.
That is really good.
Wow.
And
That is just.
I'm
give
trying to
this
think of how many beers we've had, Jim, that have been aged in gin barrels. It's not very many,
No,
if any at all.
that's
This
really
is
good.
This is really wild.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what that.
Wow.
Because I'm not getting like a lot of cranberry, but there is a little bit of a bitterness, so that must be the cranberry.
Right. It doesn't.
And this is
It just says cranberry and spruce tip.
Yep. So this is a farmhouse ale saison, but it's barrel aged.
Oh, it does have it say a little bit tart.
Okay.
But
That's probably the cranberry.
right, it's not bad tart.
Man, that is impressive.
Wow. Yes, very, very.
I'm just blown away by the aroma. This is
know.
just crazy.
That's a good. Should we save some for the ladies so they can try that one?
I just finished it.
Oh, I guess they don't get to try that one either.
I guess we're tied now.
They don't get to try that
They
one
don't get
either.
to try that one either. We can always ask them if they want to try. We can get some more.
Yeah.
Boy, that was.
So you want to go first on the score?
Man, dude, that was good.
That's only number 2.
That's number 2, and it was 7.4%. So you could drink a couple of them.
Yep.
That flavor, the aroma and the flavor was
I bet
really.
you one of our friends, John.
I think
like-
he would have liked that. Boy,
should
that
tell
is,
Steph
that is
to
one of the.
take one back for him.
And considering that had cranberry in it, that was a
Yeah.
very good cranberry beer.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna go like a 3.7.
You're going up there, huh?
I like that. I thought that was good. Yeah, I don't know if it's just that combination is so different
Yep.
that it worked. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Yeah, that is wow. And I don't think. I mean, I'm without checking the records. You could probably count one hand how many beers that we've had bottled or brewed from a gin barrel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's very few, and this has got to be up there with one of the better ones.
Yep.
So I already hit my 3.8. So I think I'm gonna go 3.7 with you. And I did like the first one
The brunches.
a touch more. So yes, but they're really, really close. Very good flavor.
Very good. I'm impressed so far. We haven't
Yes.
even got to the big dogs.
No, we're doing good.
We're doing good. So the next one we have is Ghostly Presence. And this is, are you ready for this?
Uh-oh, go ahead.
This is a tequila barrel aged blue corn lager.
Blue corn.
With agave and peppers.
Wow.
So
Now
that is something I'm pretty sure we've never had before. And it looks like just a unassuming normal beer. No head on it. None of these really have head on them.
Right. All right, let's see.
Ooh, wow.
All right, so
This one smells like tequila.
so it says that these were the type of barrel it was mezcal.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
And you know what's in mezcal?
The worm.
The worm. That's the brand that has the worm.
Yep.
So I don't know if there's a worm floating in this. I hope not.
Chunks or, I don't see it, but
We knew we wanted to utilize them on our blue corn lager.
okay.
All right. We re-fermented over raw organic agave nectar and aged for nearly 7 months to complement the sweetness of the blue corn and draw out the notes of pear and guava from the mezcal flavor.
Okay.
Still trapped in the oak barrel. We amped up the natural smokiness with the additions of chipotles, while the habanero and ghost pepper bring out the flames.
So hang on a second. So it has habanero.
Yes.
What else? Habanero
and ghost pepper.
What was the first? There's 3 peppers, wasn't it?
Oh, chipotle.
So chipotle first, and then habanero and ghost peppers.
Yes. So is that what you're smelling? So maybe that's what the
actually, just smell it. To me, I think it smells like mezcal. I think that's what the overpowering smell is.
Oh wow!
Doesn't it? It's got that mezcal kind of a smoky smell to it.
Because when I was stationed in Southern California, we'd always have somebody always go on a run across the border to actually get it from Mexico and then bring back
the mezcal.
Yeah.
So did you ever eat the worm?
I was able to bypass that. I did see a couple people where it touched their lips. And
well, you remember the story that Bob told us where he did the same thing. He was going to urban cowboy it, and it came down and it touched his lip, and he said he instantly threw up. He said because it injected poison into him. He said, "Oh." I was like, "Oh boy, yeah." Well, that's on one of the podcasts from up north.
Is it? Well, let's hope this one doesn't have any poison.
That definitely smells like mezcal.
That's smoky. And it's not even like that smokiness. We had beers that are infused with smoke. I think this is just going to be a natural smoky. Oh wow, that's
the girls would not care for this one because it does have a pepper burn.
Oh wow!
Can you feel it in the back of your throat?
Wow, that's got
peppers.
There are peppers.
Wait, think about it: chipotle, habanero, and ghost.
Have we had a beer where we've had those 3?
Not together. We've had all 3 individually. Because again, we had the Space Ghost from Central Waters, the ghost pepper. Habanero, we've had a number of different ones. And then chipotle has been in a bunch of different ones too.
Right.
Wow. Boy, this one makes you warm inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, this would be good for like on a cold day outside.
Man, that aroma is still just that smoky. It's got to be the mezcal,
right?
That smokiness. And it didn't say if they cook the peppers. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get that when you cook a pepper, you get that kind of a smoky char flavor. But this is, I'm sure it's just from the mezcal barrels.
So other than seeing that they put the organic agave nectar aged in the blue corn and they put that in the barrel. I don't know if that drew out something different. I don't know. It doesn't get too detailed.
Okay.
But it's called an American lager though.
Yeah. Boy, that's wow.
The girls would not like this.
No, I don't think there's a subset of people would not like this because of that pepper burn.
Right.
But if you're into peppers, you would really like this.
I mean, this is definitely one. The novice craft beer drinker is probably not going to jump into this one.
Right. But boy, that is something, though. That is...
If you like craft beer...
If you like craft beer, you like...
This is...
Because you do get the mezcal flavor.
Yep.
But then when that disappears, then it's the pepper. The back of your throat gets that pepper burn.
Yeah, we probably don't want to talk too long. We want to move on to the next one. Wow.
What do you think on this one, dude?
So, it's not bad. I mean, and it's definitely a flavor that I've never had before in a beer, and it's relatively up. I'm going to go with 3.6.
Okay.
Not that it's not bad. It is not a bad taste. It's just you have to be strapped in and ready for that bad boy.
I'm going to go with the exact same score.
All right.
Just because I think a number of people could get turned off from the pepper spice.
Right.
You know,
I mean, there is definitely pepper spice there.
It's lingering a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't mind pepper.
Oh,
no. It is definitely lingering.
It is definitely there, and if you're not ready, it's going to kick you right in the knee.
Oh yeah. Well, I had no idea just from ghostly whatever presence.
Yep.
I thought, okay, not a problem. And then when I read what you printed off from the website, and it just said and peppers, I thought, oh, okay, it's going to have whatever, ancho chilies or whatever. And then when you read it, I was like, oh, wait a second. Hold on a second.
Hang on, let me grab a big boy pants
here.
This
might be a little different. So, yeah, it's still kind of hanging on.
Yeah, it is. It is. Should we move on to the next one so we can maybe wash it? We will
move on to the next one. And the next one is going to be Sawyer's Serenade.
Wow.
And this is a tequila barrel aged lager with guava and agave. And this one is 10% ABV, and it's an American lager.
All right, so we got, I don't even know how to, I'm going to skip over the words.
Okay.
Their singing brewer, Jacob, waft. I never even heard of that word. Must be like dancing across the cellars on a Saturday morn. So too the harmonious flavors of agave nectar and guava sing their sweet refrain through every sip of Sawyer's Serenade. As the notes of tequila and mezcal,
Okay.
we're getting the mezcal back,
Yeah.
dance in your tongue, the ballad swells to a crescendo of piquant, Piquant,
Okay.
flavors reminiscent of a classic cocktail.
Okay.
Wow.
Huh.
There's some big words in there.
And looking at it, this is the last lighter colored one we got.
Yeah, this is
Now we're getting into the,
we hit double digits.
yeah. This one is 10%.
We're moving up the ladder quickly.
Okay, now this one definitely has a different smell than the last one.
And that last one wasn't the mezcal, so this had this smoky.
This almost has a,
well, it's like a sweet.
what is that flavor? Take a taste.
Wow.
It's almost like a, what is the,
Wow.
I can picture it. There's
Because the only thing they say here is agave and guava.
okay,
They didn't.
darn it, this is going to drive me nuts. It almost has reminiscent flavor of a celery, like a celery stick.
Yeah.
Doesn't it taste a little bit like a celery?
Yeah.
Kind of that, whatever that flavor is, that's what it reminds me of.
But they didn't. It doesn't say they put that in here.
No. But doesn't it? It kind of tastes like
does.
celery. All of a sudden I'm like, what is that? I know I've had this flavor before.
Wow. That is smooth though. I mean. That,
Oh, yeah. That is, it's got a little bit of a sweetness on the end.
Right.
That's pretty good.
I mean, and that aroma up front is just weird, really unique. And
Yeah,
again, I don't even have any idea what that aroma is.
I don't either.
But it's not bad. It's just different in a good way.
Yep.
In a good way.
Very much so.
Wow.
So Sawyer's Serenade, tequila barrel aged lager with guava and agave.
Yes.
Wow,
That's really good.
that is good. Definitely different.
Yeah. I mean, in a good way.
Yes.
Not
Boy.
different. Not
What
different. Bad tasting.
No.
Different good tasting.
So what are you thinking on this bad boy?
Wow. I mean, this is challenging again. I'm just trying to figure out because like there's so many flavors going on,
Yep.
and I think my taste buds and all, maxed out on those three we had already. We didn't have anything to cleanse our palate.
Right.
So it's like, wow.
The pepper should have awoke your taste buds.
My lips are still tingling from that, which is weird. I mean, because again, you've already had to drink my ghost pepper ones before, so
Yeah.
I did drink that up, and I think it killed it for this one. Gosh, I'm going to have to go with 3.5. I think I'm just trying to come up with the flavors that are in there, and I wish I could.
I do like this. I think it's definitely unique.
Yes.
I can't say that I've ever had another beer that's tasted quite like this one.
Yes.
Now, how does that, translate into a score?
Right.
I think I'm going to go a 3.4.
Okay.
But again, that is a super good score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. So when you hear this, just remember that, this is the lowest one I've rated so far, but I really like it. It's just that everything else has been
Very good.
very
Even better.
good,
Even
and
better,
like I
which
said,
is
that celery flavor is that's
a
what
little-
it tastes like to me. But it's good. It's got a sweetness to it, and I do think that it's I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now we're splitting hairs again.
Yeah,
We are really,
just a little different from a couple. When we did the Goose Island, or when some of those things, or the Dragon's Milk. Those hairs were a little higher up.
yes.
But still, this is very much
Right in
now. Okay, Jim, this next one.
Okay.
You remember a year ago
About this time.
about this? It was about this time, and we went to Lark Brewing.
Yes, we did.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to our on location from Lark Brewing,
Yep.
they
In the mall.
had. I'm almost positive it's the same beer.
It was their best beer.
It was their best beer, and it confused us a little bit because we didn't know what Heather tasted like. But all of a sudden here at Confluence Brewing, we have Old Chungus, bourbon barrel-aged Scottish-style wee heavy ale with Heather.
And we still don't know what Heather tastes
We
like.
still don't know what Heather tastes like.
Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we'll find out. Well, so it's going to be interesting to see how theirs, if we can remember what
Yep.
that one tasted like,
Yep.
to see how it compares.
All right, so they do have a little bit
all
here.
right, what did it say?
So meet Old Chungus of the clan Chungus, of course.
That's the same way. Remember when we looked up from Lark?
Yep.
So I wonder, not to cut you off, I wonder if they bought Lark's recipes.
Right, because they're out of business.
Lark is out of business.
And they're not even having people brew their stuff.
No.
It doesn't sound like it.
Yep, okay. So what else?
Let's see here. Perhaps you've caught sight of her puttering around your neighborhood's highlands or found her basking along the locks, the L-O-C-H, and firths, no S in there, of your own backyard. We're proud to pay tribute to this chonky old-timer with a beer as well-aged as its namesake. Sweet and rich malt character marries perfectly with notes of baking chocolate, oak, and vanilla from the barrels, and a pleasant bourbon heat running through it.
Okay.
Respect your elders.
Okay. So this is a wee heavy Scotch ale. 11.5%. So we jumped up again.
We bumped it up
another 1.5%.
Which I think we're ready for now. We've kind of worked our way into this.
Yeah, so we're slowly eased our way into it.
But this, I think that old Chungus tasted pretty decent when it was at Lark. So I'm hoping the aroma's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
These guys might have tweaked it a little bit, and it's pretty good.
So I think Heather might be here to stay.
Heather tastes sweet. Sweeter.
That's Again,
we don't know what Heather tastes like for sure, but I think this one, and again, I wish it was a year ago, so we can't, we don't really remember exactly the flavor of it, but this is pretty good.
I don't even feel the bourbon burn.
No, when you read the description, it was talking about that bourbon, whatever it was, however they described it, and it was like, I don't really get that.
It's smooth.
But this is smooth, and it's got a little hint of sweetness at the end. That's good.
That's really good.
I think they might have done it better than Lark did.
Yes, it's very, very pleasantly surprised. I mean, and granted, I think we both have an idea how to brew beer, like the generalities. But I mean, you're taking somebody's, if they did get that recipe, and trying to make their own. I mean, it's really good beer.
Oh, yeah. I think they did a good job.
Yeah. Man, this is...
If I remember right from Lark, this was pretty easily their best beer.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? And
because didn't they have squash beer?
Oh, that's right. Your favorite.
Yeah, that was difficult.
It's like if, once again, brewers, if you have a choice, to choose between squash or pumpkin, take the pumpkin.
Yeah, go pumpkin.
Go pumpkin, because the squash just didn't work.
Yeah, or if you're going to put squash in, put butter and salt and everything.
Just something else.
To cover up the squash.
To kill that flavor, yeah.
Oh, that was not a good...
I'm impressed. This is good.
So do you want to go? Put you in the bind.
Wow, yeah.
So we have 4... We're on our fifth beer.
And I've already painted myself in a corner. I'm going to have some ties, I think.
All right.
This is, I'm going to go with 3.7 because I really think they did a good job.
Yep.
Very smooth. I don't get any burn from the bourbon at all.
No,
I would not guess that's 11.5%. The drink's very smooth. And again, I don't know. I'd love to say, oh yeah, it's the heather that gives it that little sweetness at the end. I don't know what it is, but that is a good flavor to it. So yeah, I'm saying 3.7.
Yeah, gosh, these are. I mean, we're in some rarefied air again. Because now we had a couple on this extravaganza that were in the 1 to 2 range, and they were stayed solid in there. Here we haven't, we're at 3.5 and above. For flavor, and this is this is a good brewery. So I hope that they don't think that anything we're saying is negative.
Right.
We're just trying to split hairs, so that people understand, what our taste buds are telling us. And hopefully they want to come here too and try these, because these. Well, I'd recommend so far any of these, but that's the hard part for now, me trying to split. I wish you had like hundreds of a point.
You're right. Nah, we're not going there.
I know. But it's hard to differentiate some of these,
Right.
Gosh, I'm going to go with 3.8.
Okay.
I'm going to double up. I do have a 3.8.
Well, like I said, this is very good.
Should we save this for the women?
Sure.
Okay.
And down she goes. All right.
Oh, darn it. Whoopsies.
No, like I said, wow. The fact that we had this from Lark Brewing, and then now these guys have it, Unless they went together with them somehow, but
That's a good beer too.
this is a good beer. Very good beer.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah.
We're at the Polk County Stout.
So the next one we have is Polk County Stout.
Okay.
It's an Imperial Stout. It was a 2023 IBU Open winner.
Nice.
So IBU must be some kind of competition, a contest, like a American Beer Fest or whatever. I'm
So
guessing.
it's not International Bitterness Units.
I don't think in this case. I don't think it's that.
Okay.
This is a 13.5%.
All right.
So were you able to?
Yep.
What did they say?
Okay, so this general statement, we're a company built on the passion of a lifelong home brewer. That makes teaming up with the Des Moines ARA, A-R-A,
Must be some kind of.
I don't
Something.
know, the ARA IBU Home Brewers Club was kind of a no-brainer. And we took that opportunity every chance we can get. Designed by Pleasant Hill's own Aaron Reef, scaled up by the Confluence crew and brewed together, this barrel-aged Imperial Stout is a classic take on the beloved style. Soft and pillowy,
Well, there you go.
with notes of homemade marshmallows,
Whoa.
rich dark chocolate,
Okay.
and a warming kiss of bourbon. And oak from its share rest in the barrel.
Okay, I have a question.
Wow.
So, do you know anybody that makes homemade marshmallows?
I do now.
I'd say I've never tasted a homemade marshmallow.
Well, they have definitely piqued my interest.
For sure.
Wow.
This is definitely a darker beer.
Yes. 13.5.
The aroma isn't all that strong, actually.
And we're bumping it up. We went from 11.5
To 13.5.
13.5.
That does not taste like a 13.5 beer.
It's not, the aroma is not very strong.
The flavor is definitely, I can definitely taste like a marshmallow type flavor. It does have a little bit of a weirdness to it. I mean, I don't know what that is.
It doesn't taste like 13.5. My throat's not burning.
I don't get any burn at all.
It's not overly sweet.
Nope. Like I said, it's got kind of just a little different sweet taste to it.
Wow.
Whoever made, maybe you shouldn't have made the homemade marshmallows. I don't know.
Wow. I'm struggling to give adjectives to describe how good it is.
This is very good. It does have just a little bit of a different taste to it,
Right.
But it is good.
Wow. And that's, again, like we're trying to figure out what are homemade marshmallows, how do they taste different than the store-bought ones.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't taste a lot of chocolate. I don't know, maybe some of the sweetness in it. So I don't know. This is not bad.
I don't get much chocolate, but that flavor is pretty good.
Yeah, this is really good. I'm impressed again. I mean, they have not let us down at all.
No.
This is
really all right. Wow. Like I said, you don't get. None of these have been, well, a couple things. One, they don't taste like they're super high alcohol.
No, they do not.
At all.
Correct.
There hasn't. The only burn we've had is from the peppers.
Yes. Yep.
We haven't had any kind of a bourbon or a boozy burn.
Right.
Secondly, the flavors are really interesting.
And they're all very unique.
Very unique.
It's not
I give these guys credit because this is crazy how.
Like we talked before, the other breweries kind of were making their beer for the masses. They are not. Well,
now remember, these are their barrel-aged series.
Right, we didn't get to try.
And they have 34 beers total, so maybe we'll have to try something else. But no, these are definitely.
Wow.
If
flavor. There's flavor.
They have definitely attached themselves to the beer should have flavor.
Yes. If it says it on the outside of the can,
it should be on the
inside.
inside of the can. Yes. This is, like I said, and they're not. There hasn't been any of them that have been like, oh, that's terrible, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. And like we had said before on a couple of our stops, that these are kind of, beers that are made for the masses.
Yep.
I think these are made, at least our barrel-aged series are made for the more experienced
craft beer drinker.
And it's not that because of the burn or the alcohol or anything like that. I just think people that have drank more of the higher alcohol beers will really appreciate this more.
Yes.
It would have been interesting to have our wives try these to see if they thought they were real boozy, because I don't think any of them have been boozy.
It's all flavor.
Yes.
And they've been able to mask the bourbon and the tequila, the mezcal, the gin. I mean, really, really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Should we save this for the women?
Yeah, you can save it for the women. Right down my gullet. So
there you are.
What do you think on that one, man? What are you going for a score on that?
Boy.
I know, I'm looking at the scores going,
and it's
where's
13 and a half.
13 and a half.
All right, 3.9.
3.9. I'm going to do the exact same score. I think this was very good.
I know.
Very good. So the last two we got are both 14.
This is going to test us.
So this is their macadamia. This is the
Ferryman's chocolate.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I think that's what you said.
Oh, yep, here it is. I'm sorry. Ferryman's chocolate macadamia nut. It's a Russian Imperial Stout, and it's 14%.
Oh, they got more than, they have several that are Ferryman's.
Okay.
They got a
They have one that's this macadamia nut.
Yep, they got a Ferryman's Fuel.
Okay.
With raw sugar, chocolate, and coffee.
Okay.
A Ferryman's chocolate, German chocolate, bourbon-aged Russian Imperial Stout with cacao. And coconut.
Okay.
Then they have a Ferryman's Mexican-style hot chocolate.
That would have worked for our episode a few weeks ago.
Russian Imperial Stout with chocolate, cinnamon, and cayenne.
Oh, wow.
And then they have the Ferryman's Chocolate Orange.
Okay.
Bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout with cacao, orange peel, and cinnamon.
Wow.
Then they have the Ferryman's Peanut Butter Cup Russian Imperial Stout with chocolate and peanut butter.
Man.
Then they have the Ferryman's Chocolate Covered Cherries Russian Imperial Stout with cherries, cacao, and vanilla. Then they have Ferryman's Death by Chocolate Bourbon Barrel Aged Russian Imperial Stout with cacao and vanilla. I haven't even come to the one you said, right?
Yeah, macadamia nut. We haven't even got there yet.
They got a cacao, cherries, and orange zest.
Okay.
Cacao and roasted pecans. Oh, macadamia nut.
Awesome. They finally found it. So this is like
wow.
They've been doing this one for a while, and
this must be a line.
Yep. Kind of like Dragon's Milk or Goose Island, anything like that. Yep. Duspadania.
Oh, well, I got the answer to the question too.
Okay.
So, what is a confluence?
I'm not sure.
That's where two rivers meet.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so this particular brewery was named after the confluence of the Des Moines and the Raccoon Rivers.
Really?
See, don't I try to educate you, Mike, on these?
We try to educate as well as entertain.
There you so see something you didn't know today.
Nope,
right?
exactly.
All right, so the confluence of the Des Moines and the Raccoon Rivers are met by an ethereal third, known to some as the River Styx, Styx.
Yeah. Oh,
that's like the
Styx.
band. That's the band.
Renegade. Yeah, good song.
Oh, there you go. Good band. Trafficked by a cloaked and mysterious black figure. Who, since time,
he's the ferryman. He's the ferryman. Yeah.
Immemorial. I've never seen that word before.
Okay.
Has conveyed souls from one bank to the other, pausing only occasionally to refresh his own weary spirit. A rich blend of roasted, this says blend of roasted and chocolate.
Oh, they must have got something.
Yeah, there must have been some words.
Probably macadamia, but...
Yeah, they didn't even say macadamia nuts.
Huh.
Well, we're at 14%.
All right. That smells pretty good.
Does it smell good?
Smells good.
All right. Well, it's definitely a dark beer, though, right? Dark.
It's got that thickness to it where...
good aroma.
But it drinks. It does not taste like a 14%. But when that mouthfeel is definitely that thicker, boozy, you know what I mean? Or it kind of clings to the glass. That's pretty good.
Now,
I definitely get like a stronger chocolate flavor.
I was going to say, I don't really know what a macadamia nut is.
I'm not picking up on that, but I get like a strong chocolate.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
I think if you drink a sixer of that, you might be messed up.
Yeah. I think after your second one,
you might be done after the first one.
Some weird twitching noises.
It was like the normal, 16 ounce or whatever bottle, you'd be messed up.
Yeah, and it's a concrete floor, so when we fall down,
yeah, we don't want to do that. Man, that's good.
That smells good. Tastes good.
Smells good. Tastes good.
That's a really good.
Wow,
that is amazing. That is up there.
And again, if we tasted this without even knowing what the ABV was, I never would have guessed
Well, here's the other fascinating thing, I think, for me. It's not in a Pappy Van Winkle barrel
No.
or a Buffalo Trace.
Did it say what the...
No, it did not.
It's just a barrel.
Just a barrel.
Yeah.
Barrel of bourbon. So just think what they did was something that doesn't have... What would
if
happen
they used a name brand, a bigger name barrel?
Wow.
But this is
really good.
This is good. Boy, I tell you what, that is...
That is very good.
There is absolutely no head whatsoever.
I think we found another brewery to lump into our top of the heap for barrel aged.
I think you're right. These guys definitely jumped up there.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, honestly, you think about it, and that's the whole thing. We've always said, for the Upper Midwest, we never even knew about these guys until we learned that we were going to be coming down to the Des Moines area, and we said, okay, let's at least look around and see what's out there.
Yep.
And when we looked, these guys popped up.
Yep.
And I think when you gave me a list.
Yep.
And I'm not exactly sure what I did with it, but I was sitting there one day and I was like, well, I'm going to just look it up.
Yep.
So I went on their website and I looked at what they had and I was like, did you see these guys? And you're like, yeah, that was on the list I gave you. Their barrel-aged program, I mean, it was way higher than all the rest of them as far as number of beers and different things.
So what's interesting, too, and I don't know if we're not seeing it, but, like when you're sitting here in the tap room and you can look where they're brewing the beers, I don't see barrels. Because usually have that a temperature control.
That's a good point. I didn't see any
Maybe that's
barrels.
a different part of the brewery here.
I'll bet you it's in a different part of this building.
But that would be interesting to see what kind of...
If it's anything...
If we have to go back up to the front, we might have to ask them again.
If it's anything like... I could imagine having a separate room here, just like at Distal.
Right.
Where it's just loaded with barrels.
Yep.
And these guys seem like they're not afraid to try a bunch of different barrels.
They're branching out. We're like Distal. I mean, they've got their niche in the Das Vidania series. Here, these guys they are not afraid.
No,
and it shows.
I agree.
Wow. Should we save this for the women?
Yeah, you can save it for the women.
Okay.
Oh, down she goes. Okay.
Darn
the women are missing out.
Boy.
You're
going to go first? You want to go first?
I'm going to 4.
You're going to hit
I think this one hit that level. This is a good beer. I mean, this one...
That's good.
Yeah, this one hit that 4 level. And just the flavor, the smell... the aroma, it didn't taste like 14% at all.
Right.
None of these have tasted as high as they've been, even the lower ones. But I don't know, this was very good, very good. And we may have to see if they have the Ferrymans in the bottle or something to bring one back, because that was really good.
Yeah, I'm right. 4.0, and I'm hoping that our last one is even better.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in some rarefied air. I mean, our lowest one now, for me, was 3.5, and for you, a 3.4.
Yes.
For this brewery. Which is phenomenal.
And again, we did pick the beers that we're more accustomed to, being the high alcohol, the barrel-aged stuff. And they, like I said, they've got 34 beers. So if you're looking for any kind of beer, you'd be able to find it.
Yeah. So
some kind of style here that you would like. So this one is their blueberry.
I must not type it in. What kind of blueberry is it?
Let me look.
Blueberry vanilla?
Yeah. Let me look on my picture here again.
Oh, is this the Ferryman's?
Yes, the Ferryman's blueberry vanilla.
All right.
So this is the same.
Must be the same.
I'm guessing the base is the last one. We had the base, and then this is a blueberry vanilla version.
All right. So, and they're right up. Everything's exactly the same until it gets to like it talks about the confluence, the rivers, and sticks.
Yep.
Then this is a rich blend of roasted and chocolate malts layered over tart and jammy blueberries. Huh. You ever heard the word jammy?
Jammy.
And sweetened with a blend of Ugandan, Tahitian, and Madagascar vanilla.
Wow, so 3 different vanillas.
From 3 different countries.
Okay.
This stout is precisely the treat needed to sustain his eternal mission and bring a smile to his face.
Wow.
Cheers.
This one has a sweeter smell.
Does it?
And this is 14% as well.
14%. Yep. So we got to be ready. Oh, I can smell.
This is very good, but I think I almost like the base model better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? I mean,
yep.
I don't think this one, I should say the base model, but the Madagascar one, I think the flavor was better.
Right.
And I don't know if this one may have too much vanilla.
Yeah, there's something that might be a little bit more that's kind of covering.
Well, depending, if you had to use that much vanilla to cover up the blueberry,
Right.
okay, that might be part of it.
And definitely it's a little bit tart. I mean, you can definitely, there's a little bit of a tartness to it.
Yep.
Not a bad thing,
No,
but it's there. It's like, ooh.
it's still a very good beer. It does not taste like 14% at all.
Right. It is hard to believe this is 14%.
Yeah. I mean, all of these have been super smooth. So I give them credit. They know how to do their higher alcohol beers.
That is good.
Yeah, that's, man, I just,
So what are you thinking on
personally, I think the macadamia nut was better. I'm gonna go with 3.8.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's just I don't know. It's almost too much vanilla.
Okay.
A little bit to me. Between when I compare the two, and I'm glad we did those last two together to compare them. So I definitely think that the first one was the better of the two.
Okay.
But how was a 3.8 beer bad?
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is, I would pick, if I could have this every day, I'd take this anyway.
Right.
But I just think it's a little different flavor to it. And again, you're splitting hairs.
Yes.
You know, what do you think?
So what I did since we have ink,
Yep.
is I changed the macadamia nut to a 4.1.
Oh, I see where you're going.
And I'm going to make this a 4.0.
Okay.
And I do understand what you're saying. But what I think is interesting is the finish and what I'm tasting is vanilla. You know, and I think it's that combination of the three different types.
Yep.
So that was really a good flavor for me, that finish.
Right.
That's hanging on, which I don't know if that cuts down on because there's no burn yet. There's no 14%.
Yep.
Does not taste like that, but it's so smooth.
Yeah, very much so. And when you were just talking about it, I'm sitting there just concentrating on the vanilla, and for sure, those three are just mixed.
Right.
You know, and like I said, I felt that there might have been a little too much, but it accomplishes its purpose. You know, to kind of knock down the blueberry.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a good beer. I'll stay where I'm at with 3.8. Just but this is a good beer.
Right, and that's why I thought the last two 14%, the one 4.1, 4.0, they're up there in that.
They're rarefied air.
Yep. Very good. I mean, because it is not easy to make a beer this high ABV with this kind of a flavor. Really,
man, you're almost convincing me to change my scores, because it's kind of like
that is good.
Because both of these have been in that rarefied air.
Yes, and I think the other part that's good is, since we had these two flights, we've been able to leave them out to get up to room temperature. So I think
they're right where they should have been for temperature to serve.
Yep, because
to get the most flavor.
For sure.
Boy, you look at these. I think all of these, there was not a bad one in the entire group, and they were so different.
Yes,
but they were so good. I mean, even the
unique
5.3% all the way up, they were amazing.
Yes, these are
right now, of the breweries we've went to, this is by far, I think, the top one so far.
Yes.
I mean,
even that Barntown was good, but
they were good on the lower end of the scale,
and that sour spectrum. Boy, they were awesome. For
these
barrel
guys, this, like you said, we have a new player in the barrel aged.
We're gonna have to make a trip down here just to see what they're brewing.
Yes,
this is good.
Goose Island.
Yeah,
you're gonna get some
New
challenges.
Yeah, they're gonna get some challenges here.
Distal. Who else did we have? Goose Island, Central Waters. Yes, and now
Dragon's Milk,
New Holland,
Confluence.
You have a new place. Confluence is right up there
in the same conversation.
Conversation now, and they're doing some stuff that none of the other ones are doing.
They're not even remotely.
So I give these guys credit. They're going out on a limb on some of these things, and it's working.
Wow! So without a doubt,
man, how do you pick one? I'd recommend any of these, honestly.
I mean, if you have a flavor that you like, you're going to find it here.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pick one or two even, because they were all so good.
Yes.
And unique.
Yep.
You know, if you're a pepper guy, get that.
Ghost pepper.
Get the ghostly presence one. You know, if you're looking for this, you're looking for that. You know, even the old Chungus that I think they must have got the recipe from Lark. They amped it up. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, all of these are so good. I can't pick. I can't say, if you're going to try one, try this, because all of these, the alcohol, like I said, they range from 5.3 to 14.
Yep.
None of them tasted like they were high alcohol.
Right, and I think across the board, whatever your flavor is, whatever you were thinking, we tried it here in this.
Yes. Yep.
Whatever. If you have a niche that's the only thing you like, you're going to find it here.
Yep.
In this barrel aged batch, which is hard to do, and they're all tasted good. We tried all of them. We tried them all.
Yep.
We didn't like shy away from. We only hit the barrel aged ones.
Yep.
But it's nice that they had a barrel aged that's only 5%.
And that was kind of weird.
And a barrel aged 14%.
Yep, because we thought barrel aged at 5%, and it worked.
Right, they know what they're doing.
I'll tell you, I think right now, or it's early on, 2024, but these guys they're up there for our brewery of the year right now. I mean, these guys, as far as their barrel age program, was very good.
Wow, we might have to go up and get another sampler of some.
We're gonna have to get some other ones. Like I said, they have 34 of them to try.
Yes,
they're very good. So.
Wow. I'm glad we went here.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no doubt.
Like I said, when we printed off the information, we saw all the barrel-aged options. We were like, okay, we got to go here. And I'm glad we came here. If you have a chance, you've got to come here.
Yes.
You have got to come here. And you don't, even if you're not a barrel-aged person, they have, like I said, 34 different beers on tap of their own beers.
Yes.
But if you at all are into barrel-aged, take our, and like I said, Jim and I have rated... probably pushing 700 different beers that are barrel aged over 10%. These guys know what they're doing.
Yes, they've got it. They have
such a wide variety that I think your taste buds are like, whoa, wait a minute, So
yes, I'd highly recommend coming down here.
I do too, man. So that's awesome. Thank you for looking these guys up, and such. So
another diamond in the rough.
Definitely diamond in the rough. You have anything else?
No, highly recommend. Come down here, check it out. These guys are doing great things.
Yep.
You get to walk right through where they're brewing.
Their brewing area is pretty big. We do need to ask them about their barrel. Okay, is there like a separate room where you keep all your barrels and that? Because there's got to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
But if you walk through it, you get to watch them do it.
Yep.
You get to sit in a big, and don't even know what it's like here in the summertime.
But this is really, it's a cool place.
Worth visiting.
Yep, definitely. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our barrel-aged extravaganza here. So Jim and I were both kind of in our heyday here. We very much enjoyed all of them. And as we always say, we hope your campfires are always warm
and your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.